Hi, I'm Nick Maselli. At TD Bank, we believe all citizens need to be informed about the important financial issues that affect their daily lives. That's why we're proud to support programming produced by the Caucus Educational Corporation and their partners in public television.
Funding for this edition of One-on-One with Steve Adubato has been provided by JFK Medical Center, TD Bank, Felician College, MD Advantage Insurance Company of New Jersey, Cohn Resnick, Accounting, Tax, and Advisory, where forward thinking creates results, the Fidelco Group, and by Fedway Associates.
This is One-on-One.
When you first heard that they were doing Charlie Rose and Gayle King, didn't you go, what?
People like laughing at others, so I don't mind if the other is me.
See, you go right into the character. That's what it is.
I'm bringing families together a half an hour each week. Man, I'm doing something special.
And so I do feel successful.
Hi, I'm Steve Adubato. I'm here with my friend Elmo from Public Broadcasting. You know Elmo. Elmo's 3.5. He knows his address, which is?
123 Sesame Street.
And every kid out there, every child needs to know their address to get ready for an emergency.
Right.
And we're here with PSE&G and the folks in the Sesame Workshop. We're getting ready, and we know we're here for each other. This is an event that is very important. We talk to parents and kids. We had first responders here. We're talking all about getting ready for emergencies. And Elmo and Alan, his friend, is going to help us. And we're talking to everybody because we need to get ready for emergencies, right?
That's right.
For the next half hour, you can find everything you ever needed to know about getting ready for an emergency, Hurricane Sandy, storms, whatever it is, right here, next half hour on Public Broadcasting. That's your favorite, isn't it?
Yeah, baby.
I can't outdo this guy. Watch for the next half hour. Important information, right, Elmo?
Uh-huh.
Bye. See ya.
Bye. So what else does Elmo need to know?
All right, so emergency preparedness is when you plan ahead so you know how to be safe when something unexpected like a fire or a big storm happens. You know, do you remember when we packed those special bags when we had that big snowstorm on Sesame Street?
Oh, yeah, that's right. Elmo remembers. Elmo packed a special bag with Elmo's mommy and dad.
That's right, we planned ahead by packing supplies just in case there was an emergency, all right?
Right.
And Elmo, do you remember what was inside that special bag that you packed with your mommy and daddy?
Well, let's see. Elmo will try to remember.
Okay, let's try.
Okay, let's see. We packed lots of water.
Oh, that's a great start. You know what? Water is very important to have in an emergency, right?
You know what? We packed cans of some of Elmo's favorite foods.
Food. Food's also a great idea. You should pack food as well.
And Elmo packed 3 flashlights.
3 flashlights?
One for his mommy, one for his daddy, and one for Elmo because Daddy said the power could go out.
You know what? That is a great list of things to have inside an emergency kit, Elmo. All right, let's go over this again, okay? So that was what? Water?
Water.
And canned food.
Canned foods.
Okay. And flashlights.
And flashlights.
Flashlights, right. All right, can you guys say that with us? Let's learn and remember that together.
Okay.
So it was water and canned foods and flashlights. All right, good. Let's do that one more time.
Okay.
Water and canned food and flashlights. Big kids too. Water and canned foods and flashlights. Again. Water and canned foods and flashlights. One more time. Water and canned foods and flashlights. All right.
Hi, I'm here. Well, where did he just come from? Hey, Alan, how are you?
Good. How you doing, Steve?
Hey, Elmo, how
How
you?
are you?
Elmo, I'm Steve. Nice to meet you.
Oh, it's nice to meet you, Steve. It's nice to be here.
Now, Elmo, we have a daughter, Olivia, who is 4. Now, I know that you are
Hi,
3.
Olivia.
Oh, you just made her day. Now, you're 3, correct?
Almost 3.5.
3.5. Now, I heard that you know your address, which is what again?
Elmo lives at 123 Sesame Street.
And tell everyone again exactly what you need. Because when you were talking with Alan before, Alan was telling you exactly what you need to get ready for an emergency. Do you remember what you need? You do? Go ahead.
Let's see. Lots of, is Elmo on TV?
Yeah, right now,
Lots
PBS.
of oh, really? Hi, Mommy. Lots of water.
Water.
Lots of water and canned food.
Canned food.
And what? Flashlights?
And flashlights. That's
Is that right?
That's right.
Is that everything?
That is everything. And what does that go into, Elmo? That goes into what? An emergency.
Oh, an emergency planning kit?
That's absolutely right.
An emergency planning kit.
You need an emergency. So let me ask you something, Alan. What about for all the kids out there who say, I don't know my name right now, so what do I do?
And it's absolutely fine. You know, you go to your parents and say, can you teach me my full name, my address? And here's one very important thing, that most kids think of their parents as mom and dad, but they don't know their real names. And so they need to learn that, because that's, in an emergency, that's a very important thing for people to know, and for kids to know especially, because they'll be asked that. And if they say mommy and daddy, you know, that's not as helpful
That's
as
right.
if they know, yeah. So you could teach your 4-year-old daughter that when you get home today.
And the other thing, when I was watching you before, you were talking about who the people are in the neighborhood who are very important. Now, Elmo, there were three types of people
Yeah.
who help us. Do you remember who they were?
Well, let's see. Police officers.
Police officers,
And firefighters.
firefighters.
And what's the other one? Utility workers.
That's right, Elmo. Good job.
Thank you.
And why were they so important, Alan?
Because they are the first responders and the caretakers in emergencies, and it's important for people like Elmo
Yeah.
and kids to be comfortable with them and know that they're there to help.
So listen, the whole idea today with the folks from PSE&G and all the partners at Sesame Workshop is to really help us get ready and know that we're here for each other, right?
Absolutely. It's all about in the preparation for this, and just make sure that it's not something scary. It's something that we do as a family and we prepare as a unit.
Yeah.
And so, Elmo, listen, what do you want to say to all the other kids out there who, I don't know, they get a little nervous or a little afraid. They say, oh, there's a storm coming or there might be an emergency. We don't want them to be afraid. So what do you want to tell them?
Relma thinks it's very important to have an emergency kit and have your family help you do that.
That's right.
And know that your family or a parent or an adult that you're close to will help you.
Well, Elmo, thank you so much for making all the kids and actually the parents and everyone in our neighborhood and our community feel better. Thank you, Elmo.
Thank you. Bye. Hi, Daddy. Hi, Mommy.
We're here with a good friend, Ellen Lambert, who is the president of the PSEG Foundation. Ellen, listen, I mean, what a great day. The Sesame Workshop, PSEG folks talking about emergency preparedness. This was an idea that you had. You came here to make a difference. Was this what you had in mind?
Very much so. We're a company where 60% of our folks are on the street, out in the field, meter readers, going into homes. The community doesn't see us in that way, and yet when a storm happens or people's power goes out, they reach out to us. This way we can actually ensure the safety for families with young children, families with grandma and grandpa, and be a much deeper part of the community.
Why Sesame Workshop?
Sesame has a name, a reputation, and an ability to teach young children and young parents as well. I mean, my children grew up on Sesame. I'm going to bet you grew up on Sesame.
Absolutely, and our children as well today.
Right. So think about where you learned your letters, where you learned how to know your name, where you learned how to talk to the neighbors, who first responders are. That's why Sesame.
And you know, watching Elmo and Alan and watching the kids watch them, you think to yourself, emergency preparedness, I mean, it could be a scary thing talking to kids, but they broke it down in such a, I use the word accessible and friendly, and the kids can handle that.
Right. One of the most wonderful pieces of this program is, I think it's Rosita, hears sirens, and she jumps, because we all jump when we hear sirens. And her mother says to her, that's just the sound that help is on the way.
Oh, what's the matter, Rosita?
I don't like sirens. Sirens mean there's an emergency.
That's true, but there's no need to be frightened. Sirens also mean that someone is on the way to help.
Oh.
And there are so many wonderful people who help in emergencies. Firefighters, police officers, doctors, nurses, and other emergency responders.
I have a daughter who's 30 who jumps when there's sirens. I said to her the last time, honey, it's just the sound that help is on the way. And she laughed. She said, you're right, Mom.
Yeah.
And that's, I think those are the kinds of messages we want people to have.
In terms of being responsive, think about this. 60% of the families out there are not prepared, are not thinking about this. That's a problem.
It's a problem everywhere. We learned about it after Katrina. We learned that all of the missing children, many of whom took months to reunite with their families, didn't know their names, their first name, their last name, didn't know their parents' names, didn't even know where they live. I live in the red apartment on the top floor. So what we want to do is make things less traumatic. An emergency, whether it's man-made or natural disaster, is frightening enough as it is. This way, at least there are little things to hold on to for parents and children.
So as you're watching this half-hour special on public broadcasting, you're seeing information, a website, you're seeing a place to go to get information that talks about what exactly is in the emergency kit, which includes water, which includes canned food, right?
And flashlights.
We heard that Elmo and Alan did several times. Flashlights, canned food, and water. And, you know, and repeating it matters.
It does matter. And the other thing is to know who your first responders are, to know your police, your fire.
By the way, we are by Penn Station in Newark, right?
Right, to know police, fire, to actually know your utility response guys, to know your first aid squad, work with your teachers. It's a wonderful way to bring your community together.
Oh, thank you for bringing us
You're
together.
welcome. Thank you so much for being here.
To see more one-on-one with Steve Adubato programs, visit us online at steveadubato.org. If you would like to express an opinion, email us at info@caucusnj.org. Find us on Facebook at facebook.com/Steve Adubato PhD and follow us on Twitter at Steve Adubato.
The light in Elmo's room isn't working either.
That's because the power is out in the whole house, son, and the whole neighborhood.
What? So we can't turn on any lights?
Well, no. But we got this flashlight and the rest of the things in our emergency kit, like extra batteries, a radio. It's a good thing we were prepared.
Yeah. Okay. Elmo's gonna watch TV now.
But, son.
Huh?
The power is out. I'm afraid you can't watch TV.
What?
Remember? The power's out.
So the TV doesn't work either?
Well, no.
Oh.
And Steve Adubato, we're here in the Ironbound section of Newark. We're here with our good friend, Dr. Jeanette Betancourt, who is a Senior Vice President for Community and Family Engagement at Sesame Workshop. You can tell we're in Newark. You can tell we're by Penn Station. The trains are here. Now, you've been with us on our broadcast before doing important programming. Why is today so important, PSE&G and Sesame Workshop coming together, talking about emergency preparedness?
Because as we have in the past, there's often not a lot of resources helping families knowing how to prepare for an emergency, especially with young children. So this is really a critical point for families and children.
You know, we had an opportunity to talk to Elmo and to Alan, and Elmo connected with these kids in such a powerful way, and when kids watch Elmo on the air, it's the same sort of thing. Why is it important to have a 3.5-year-old like Elmo talk to other kids about what they need to know about an emergency?
Because there's certain things that young children should know. They should know their address, their own first and last name, as well as their parents. And really, these small facts, having them come from Elmo, you know that's important information for both children and adults to learn together.
So instead of just coming from adults, instead of us talking to kids talking to kids, that matters.
Absolutely. And when Elmo says something, it means that it's important, but also he makes it fun and engaging, and he pulls you in. So a child wants to do what Elmo does.
And finally, the whole idea of being fun. We're talking about emergencies. We're talking about really emergency preparedness. Fun?
Fun because it's looking at it also from an adult perspective. We know that 60% of families across the nation don't have an emergency plan. And it's generally because it's a scary topic. So by making it comfortable, make it engaging, and also giving those fine points from a child's point of view, we pull in both the grown-ups and the children together.
Thanks, Doctor.
Thank you, Steve.
Joe, let me ask you, we're here at your place, your organization, together with PSE&G and Sesame Workshop. Why is it so important, particularly in this community, in the Ironbound? You guys experienced significant flooding during Sandy, right?
Yes, we did. Sandy devastated one section of the Ironbound, leaving dozens of homes ruined, leaving people underwater. We had a drowning, in fact, in the eastern end of Ironbound. And one of our preschoolers right here in this facility suffered multiple fractures from a cabinet that fell onto her. So we have seen the damage that superstorms can bring. We're still case managing over 200 households here in Essex County. And it's really important in terms of preparedness when you think about people who have very little to begin with, who get hit with these types of superstorms or other disasters and have to struggle to recover from that, and still are struggling 2 years later. So emergency preparedness and getting kids ready and making kids feel secure is so incredibly important.
Particularly in communities that information is absolutely critical.
Well, the fact that Sesame Street has put this out in English and Spanish,
yes,
and made this accessible to a whole nother population, most of whom are second English language speakers here in this community, is so incredibly important to us. It's really a great program.
Thanks, Joe.
Thank you, Steve.
Okay, we're here with Luz and Aldrich, and they just heard Elmo and Alan. Alan and Elmo. Will you come on? I'm over here. Don't be playing to the camera. What a ham already. Let me ask you something. What did you guys learn about emergency preparedness from Elmo? What did he tell you?
He told us that we need a pack flashlights.
Pack flashlights. Anything else? What did he tell you about your name?
I had to know my name.
What about where you live, your
Dress.
Do you have to wear a dress?
No.
You have to know your what?
Address.
Do you know your address? You don't have to say it out loud, but do you know your address?
Yes.
Do you know your mom's name?
Glodies.
What is it?
Glodies.
What, okay, do you say something in Spanish say something about emergency preparedness in Spanish. What's important about emergency preparedness in Spanish?
Comida, agua, y
Which means?
food.
Okay, you got to be ready for food, canned foods, and what else?
Water.
And in Spanish, that is?
Agua.
Oh, you both know that, right?
Yeah.
Listen, thank you. You guys are ready for an emergency. Thank you very much.
Here for each other helps families and communities after emergencies. All on sesamestreet.org/emergencies.
When there's an emergency, it can cause some big changes, and that can be hard on kids.
Big feelings like being scared or sad or confused can be hard. But you know what can help? What? Talking about how you feel with a grown-up you love and trust, just like we're doing now.
And there will always be someone to help you and to keep you safe, like me.
To see more one-on-one with Steve Adubato programs, visit us online at steveadubato.org. If you would like to express an opinion, email us at info@caucusnj.org. Find us on Facebook at facebook.com/Steve Adubato PhD and follow us on Twitter at Steve Adubato.
I can trust police officers. Me too. And Omo. And firefighters. And ours. And other stuff.
Very good.
And to my mom and our parents.
Ralph, let me ask you, this cooperative effort, this partnership between PSE&G and the Sesame Workshop, the goal is to achieve what?
Well, it's really about getting our employees and our company back out in the fabric of the community. Years ago, we used to have a program called Child Watch, where we were actually had most of the kids in the area would know if they were in trouble, they would come to our trucks. They could find comfort in those trucks. Just like we provide comfort every day in the houses by providing the electricity and the heat for their homes, we want to give that same feeling out in the street. So by partnering with Sesame Street, we're getting back to that youth, back to the children in the community so that they know that they can trust our company. We're somebody that can bring comfort to them in many ways, not just in the utility world.
So it's so interesting at the event. By the way, we're doing this at Trump International. That's why you hear some of the music. We're actually at an event for Choose New Jersey, where in fact Ralph's coming in as the chair very soon, 2015. But real quick on this. Utility workers, your workers, police, firefighters, what's being told to the children through Elmo and others at Sesame Street is that those are the people in the community that are there to help you in a disaster, right, or an emergency.
Yeah, they're there to help you at all times. So no matter what the problem might be, we're here to help, right? So a lot of times you think about, well, the lights go out, that's when we care about a utility. But those utility trucks are out every day, and it's not just our trucks. Verizon's out. Many of those other folks are out in that community and are folks that you can trust and count on when the chips are down. So partnering with Sesame Street to get the word out about being prepared, it just puts us right back out there, from the coloring books right to when they start in school again. It's a great opportunity for us.
Finally, before I let you go, you said up at the podium when you were speaking that it was a great thrill for you, because as a kid, I mean, it was Elmo with Sesame Street. That'd be a great thrill for you, because you actually did a skit with Elmo, right?
Yeah, I had some fun with Elmo, but I was the Cookie Monster guy myself, so it would have been a little more fun if the Cookie Monster was next.
Wait a minute, we got Elmo.
We made Elmo work. It was fine.
It was great. Thanks, Ralph.
Thanks, Steve.
We're here with Captain Joe Galetta from the State Police. Captain, you're very involved and connected to this neighborhood. How so?
I'm involved in the recovery efforts through the State Office of Emergency Management, and the Ironbound Community Corporation is one of our partners in the Essex County area.
Talk about an event like this, Sesame Workshop coming together with PSE&G right here in the Ironbound at this nonprofit organization. Why is that kind of partnership so important to help families and kids get ready for an emergency?
This partnership is so critical because we always try to make it an effort to promote the emergency preparedness message throughout the state, and this partnership with Ironbound, Sesame Street, and PSE&G compounds the importance of this message of being prepared with the family. And we in emergency management always rely on our government agencies to be prepared, but we like to bring that message to the nucleus of the family to be prepared, and that's clearly the message here that this event has promoted.
One of the things that really struck me is I mean, we have young kids, and it often concerns us that, what happens when a kid doesn't know his or her address? First responders, police, fire, others, you're trying to help a kid, you're trying to help that family, and the child doesn't know his or her address. They don't know their parent's name. That's a problem.
Yeah, well, that's the basic message that Sesame Street's trying to promote here, is to have the kids know their name, know their address, so if they do come across a first responder, they could tell them where they need to go. And that's the critical. And then on top of that, to try to promote them, to get the families involved in having a kit, having a plan, and being prepared in any type of emergency in the state.
To just look to first responders to handle everything in emergency is not realistic.
That's true, sir. We've seen it with Katrina. We've seen it with Sandy. That you can't always rely on the government. It's really the family to be prepared at first, to have that plan and have a kit that you could function for at least 3 to 5 days with the water, the food, any medical equipment you may need to be on your own for a period of time.
Thank you, Captain.
Thank you, sir.
We're here with Phil Burke, who is one of the PSE&G utility workers, one of the many who was here today. We had police officers, firefighters, and utility workers. Now, Phil, let me ask you, why is it so important to do a program like this, particularly for you guys?
Well, it makes it easier for us to communicate with the people in the community, and it's easier for them to recognize us and for the work that we do. And, it builds a good relationship in the community.
Yeah, it's interesting because people, the police and firefighters, that was kind of obvious, but you also see the PSE&G utility workers out there, and kids need to know they're there, they're part of the community, they're part of the solution, and that does make them feel safer, right?
Certainly does.
Well, I want to thank you and your colleagues for being here today.
You're welcome. It's my pleasure.
I'm here to celebrate with everybody in regards to PSE&G, Sesame Street, and ICC with the Let's Get Ready to app. It's important for families to have an emergency preparedness program to set, a plan in effect. That way everybody knows what they have to do and where to go and how to go about it. My advice is to actually go on the app and see it. It makes it a little less scary, and when you get in a routine and try to have like little emergency drills. That way, if in case an emergency happens, it's not that scary. It's more of a routine, and I know what I have to do, and everybody knows their part and their role. I am so excited about Sesame Street and everything that's going on. I mean, I'm such a happy person right now. I'm so excited that I'm to be part of this. It's amazing.
We're here with Congressman Donald Payne. Congressman, let me ask you, an event like this with PSE&G and a Sesame Workshop, helping families, kids get ready for emergencies, why is it so important?
Well, after the circumstances that we saw after Superstorm Sandy, we realized that we need to focus more on families being ready for emergencies, man-made or natural. So I think this is just a great partnership in allowing families to get more prepared for these circumstances. We've had 3 100-year storms in the last 5 years. So this is going to become more prevalent and continue to happen. So we need to make sure that our families are prepared for these disasters.
So it's clear the federal government, state government, municipal government at every level, they can only do so much, but it takes partnerships with entities like PSE&G and Sesame Workshop beyond government, right?
Absolutely. I mean, the integration of these entities coming together is perfect for what we need to do in order to get this information out to families. Public service, we know, are a great utility, and Sesame Street that talks to children where they are, and they believe in these characters and they learn from them. So it's just a great synergy to have them come together. And then my work on Homeland Security and the ranking member on emergency preparedness.
You're on that committee.
Yes, this helps me a great deal in getting that message out and making sure that the homeland is safe for our families.
Finally, this could be a national model for other utility companies across this country and organizations like the Sesame Workshop.
Absolutely. And I push for New Jersey to set the standards, irrespective of what it is across the board, that New Jersey should be first. And once again, here we are on the cutting edge of getting this information out to our families.
Thank you, Congressman.
Thank you.
And everybody remember to pack your emergency kits and learn your name and address, okay?
That's right. Yeah, you guys gonna remember? All right? All right. We love you guys. We'll see you on Sesame Street. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. High five. High five. Yes, high five.
One-on-One with Steve Adubato has been a production of the Caucus Educational Corporation, celebrating over 25 years of broadcast excellence. Funding for this edition of One-on-One with Steve Adubato has been provided by JFK Medical Center, TD Bank, Felician College, MD Advantage, Cone Resnick, the Fidelco Group, and by Fedway Associates. Promotional support provided by The Record, North Jersey's trusted source, and NorthJersey.com, and by NJ Biz, all business, all New Jersey. Transportation provided by Airbrook Limousine, serving the metropolitan New York, New Jersey area.
This healthcare message is brought to you by MD Advantage Insurance Company of New Jersey.
Choosing a new family doctor can be confusing. Check with your health insurer to see which physicians near you participate with your plan. Find out which hospitals the doctor uses and who covers when the doctor is away. And remember to schedule an appointment with your new doctor in advance to fill out any paperwork without the added stress of being sick.